Same-sex marriage officially banned in Bermuda. And in sport, Jamaica 11 and England Lions draw their three-day warm-up match. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, February 8th, 2018. I'll be back with the details after the break.
You got to be there, you got to be there. You got to be there at the relay fair. Plenty speed, plenty action, stands, pot, steam it to come from the track. The Barbados Relay Fair, Saturday, February 10th at the National Stadium from 10 a.m. Admission $20 with family packages available. Teams from Guyana, St. Vincent, Grenada, Bermuda, Trinidad, and Guadeloupe competing against the best local talents. Your sponsors are Ensure, Colgate, Oliver Ranch, CMC, Williams Industries, Seidel, Sports and Games, Burger King, Elite Sports, Caribbean Sports Management Enterprises, Regional Management Services, and Nuts and Bolts Nutrition. Remember to follow us at Barbados Relay Fair on Instagram.
Singer Christopher Martin will drop his new album this summer. The album, which is still untitled, is to be released by VP Records. It is a follow-up to Martin's 2017 release Big Deal, which was released in February last year. Big Deal features 17 tracks, including collaborations with Destiny Mariah, Busy Signal, Chip, and Tanto Blacks. Like his Big Deal album, Martin says he had a say in the direction and production aspects of the forthcoming album.
Bermuda's Governor John Rankin has ended weeks of uncertainty by signing off on the Domestic Partnership Act 2017, which ends same-sex marriages on the island as well as on Bermuda-registered cruise ships at sea. He said yesterday that he had given his royal assent after careful consideration in line with his responsibility under the Constitution. The legalization, which replaces same-sex marriage with domestic partnerships, was passed by the House of Assembly and Senate last December, but had been awaiting Governor Rankin's assent to become law. The act permits any couple, whether heterosexual or homosexual, to enter into a domestic partnership. It gives same-sex couples rights equivalent to those enjoyed by heterosexual married couples. It was a landmark decision by the Supreme Court in May last year that had initially paved the way for same-sex marriage on the island. Judge Charles Etta Simmons had ruled in a lawsuit brought by Bermudan Winston Godwin and his Canadian partner Greg DeRoche that the island's Registrar General could not reject a gay couple's application to marry. Same-sex couples who tied the knot after that ruling and before the Domestic Partnership Act took effect yesterday will keep their status. While Bermuda is thought to be the first country in the world to reverse marriage equality, Minister of Home Affairs Walton Brown, who had tabled the Domestic Partnership Act, said the island is also now among the first in the English-speaking Caribbean to pass a law that provides legal recognition to same-sex couples. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has implemented a new rule for US dollar payments to Trinidad and Tobago. From March 1st, those payments will require the prior approval of the Director of Finance and Planning. Finance Minister Camilo Gonzalez said the move is in order to ensure that farmers and other exporters receive timely payments for their sales to and from the Twin Island Republic. Approval for US dollar transactions would become necessary as the Ministry of Finance in Kingstown enforces the relevant provisions of the Exchange Control Act. The move comes amidst a protracted impasse in which Vincentian itinerant traders are unable to convert their earnings in Trinidad and Tobago to Eastern Caribbean dollars. Gonzalez says the Ministry of Finance will be happy to revisit this decision in the future if all parties can arrive at a less bureaucratically cumbersome solution. He says it is wrong and unfair for St. Vincent and the Grenadines to be so disadvantaged in this matter. Gonzalez added that the foreign exchange issue with Trinidad and Tobago is one for urgent analysis and attention. Jamaica and the United States have appealed to Venezuela to uphold human rights and allow for free and fair elections. At a media briefing yesterday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and United States Secretary of State Rex Tillerson expressed disappointment with the actions of the Nicolas Maduro government. Tillerson, who was in Jamaica on the last leg of a visit to Latin America and the Caribbean, said both countries have a strong commitment to democratic value. Now, Holness said Jamaica has always supported human rights as well as peace in the region and wants to see a return to democracy in Venezuela for the people of that Spanish-speaking nation.
Supports human rights. Jamaica supports peace in this region, and Jamaica wants to see the people of Venezuela being able to enjoy their democracy. This is a principle that has nothing to do with any other country. This has always been Jamaica's position. We wish the best for the people of Venezuela.
Holness said Jamaica and the U.S. agreed that positive engagement between the government and the opposition in Venezuela is essential. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next. Jamie Merchant claimed a 5-wicket haul as the Jamaica 11 held England Lions to a draw in their 3-day warm-up match at Sabina Park yesterday. Resuming the final day on 80 for 3 in their second innings, Lions were dismissed for 230, with Joe Clark top scoring with 87. Ben Foakes chipped in with 37, while Dan Lawrence got 35. But off-spinner Merchant put the brakes on the innings with 5 for 35 from his 10.4 overs. Set an improbable target of 258 for victory. The Jamaica 11 were given a 42-run opening stand by Trevor Griffith, who scored 20, and Kenar Lewis, who hit 19 before 3 wickets fell for 7 runs in the space of 12 balls. Tentatively placed on 49 for 3, Captain Paul Palmer, who made an unbeaten 21 in nearly 2 hours, posted 44 for the 3rd wicket with Asad Fudadin and 38 in an unbroken 4th wicket stand with first innings century maker Adelaide Thomas, who scored 24 not out to prevent any further collapse. Pacer Paul Colling and left-arm spinner Jack Leach ended with 2 wickets apiece. Lions will now travel to the north of the island, where they face West Indies A in the opening 4-day test starting Sunday at the Trelawney Multipurpose Complex. And an unbeaten knock of 71 from Kirk Edwards helped guide Windward Islands Volcanoes to a 6-wicket victory against Hampshire CCC in March 18 of the regional Super 50 competition at Kensington Oval. Hampshire was dismissed on the 200 mark when they opted to bat first. James Adams top scored with 83, while Lewis McNamus added 28 and Bradley Taylor chipping in with 24 from 50 deliveries. Dominican off-spinner Shane Shilliford was the pick of the bowlers with figures of 4 for 32, while Kesrick Williams and Kaveem Hodge picked up 2 wickets each. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.